Okay. Now. Whoa, man, don't do that. You almost fell to your bloody doom then. So you need to use the sewer key in this little hole for leverage. It just pulls out his pocket.
I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
There you go. Hell yeah. So you get over the wall. This is arguably the most annoying part in this whole game. This bastard goat. The bane of everyone's existence. This goat is like the worst thing in this whole game. In the director's cut, they made this part so easy. It's basically all automatic. You need to trap the goat using this whatever the hell this is. If you go anywhere near the goat, it does this. Come on, George. Let's do this. I think you have to get hit by it. And then when George is down, you've got to click on the plow. There we go. That's how you do it. You should get stuck. Yeah, stupid goat. Eat shit, you little bastard.
The goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
I remember this being like the hardest thing in this whole bloody game. This bloody goat. Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure in the director's cut they removed this difficultiness of the puzzle. It's not hard. It can get frustrating. That ladder doesn't look very healthy. Oh bloody hell! I just remember what this part is. We got here.
The bench had probably been used by 𝘨𝘨𝘮 and his archaeological team.
I think that is
As I dipped my
Plaster.
fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was.
Cocaine.
Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
Okay.
It was a statue which had fallen from its place on the wall.
Sorry.
It was a statue which had fallen from its place on the wall. 5 fingers
Twitchy
of
fingers.
stone projected from the back of the carving.
So I think if you knock it over.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Pick it up again. It should leave an indentation on the floor. Yeah.
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
So as you can see, this statue used to be on the wall, and you can notice the wall has holes, the same holes that are on the statue.
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened.
So if you haven't already gathered what you need to do, you need to put the plaster of Paris in here.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
And then we need to get water. So the only place we can get water from is obviously the bar. And I remember that it's a timed puzzle, which was a pain in the arse to do. It's not so bad on the PC, but you got to think about it. When I played this game, it was on the PS1, and obviously using a controller works the same way as a mouse in the game, where your controller moves the cursor. But obviously, with a controller, you're quite limited on your, there's no D-pad to remember on the PS1. There's no analog stick, sorry, in the PS1. It's all D-pad, which meant controlling it was sometimes quite iffy. So we should be able to go in here. You know, I have to do something with this. I know you do. It's their electric box. What am I supposed to be looking for his nephew? He's in the bar getting drunk.
Hello.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to my pals.
We've already met. I want you to know you have my sympathy.
Oh, it's just terrible, awful.
It's the worst news I heard all day.
Let's top the bad news all right for this week and the next.
The whole year.
It's worse than that. It's the worst disaster in living memory.
Isn't it the biggest calamity in the history of the village?
I would say it's the biggest in the history of Ireland.
The most awesome disaster since mankind paddled out of the primal plop.
There's no beer.
My God.
Is a glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to me?
To all of you. Sean Fitzgerald has met with God knows what, and all you can do is drink.
Sean has gone for a ride in a flash car, that's all. Why don't you calm down and join us?
I gotta go.
So there's no beer.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Give me another beer, dude. Give everyone another beer. Let's party, guys.
I think you've had enough, don't you?
Hey, listen. Is it supposed to taste the way it does?
Gopeline stout is brewed from the finest chemicals in the world. I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working.
Not my dear.
No, it's not. Poor chap. Luckily, we have an ID for an electrician. So my name's
So
Merlin.
happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Oh yeah. That's how we get in the bar. This is what the wire is for.
When you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
I think the pumps are the switch that we touched outside, maybe. I think we needed to get this guy in the bar to trigger it. Ew, stop sneezing on me, you dirty bastard. Cover your mouth.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me.
Okay, can I... It's dangerous. Never do that, people.
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous.
It's very
but
dangerous.
I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions.
Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Yeah, until his pub blows up or burns down because of the a piece of wire instead of a fuse. It's bloody dangerous.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was going to find anything down there was to feel around.
I think in the PS1 version, this is super dark. I don't remember this lever being like easy to spot. That's very weird. I should open the grates
I
outside.
pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
So, if we go, there's something on the floor there. If we go back outside to the grates where from where 𝘥𝘦𝘴𝘩𝘦𝘪𝘳 is, you should be able to lift them up now. Which then would make it sunny. Or light in the cellar. The cellar's where we get the water from. FYI.
I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Uh-oh. Huh.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associate
We know that
with
guy.
opera. It was Khan.
Khan!
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed 𝘥𝘦𝘴𝘩 had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
The guy's voice. It's trying a bit too hard. That was our killer. Bloody Khan. So we want the package. Fortunately for us, we know exactly where the package is. If it wasn't on Fitzy, it's logical place would be inside the cellar, wouldn't it? It's right there. Gleaming away.
Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trap door.
I wonder why they added that so George notices it automatically.
It was Pilgrim's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, 𝘥𝘦𝘴𝘩. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way, you're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
It's very odd that, yeah, it's odd that they made George notice the gem automatically. I wonder if people yeah, I wonder if like the game tested this and people completely didn't notice it. I mean, it was quite easy to spot, wasn't it, you know? So what we got in here?
I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use.
So this is our water source, but unfortunately we don't have anything to collect the water in. Unfortunately, you can't use any of these cans because George is stupid. We need this like towel. If stick it when he's drinking his beer.
The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it.
Like right there. Drink.
As the man raised his arm to drink, I snatched the towel away.
So the next part is timed. When you use the water or the towel, it slowly starts to dry up. You have to get all the way back to the castle and use it on the plaster of Paris that we that we put inside the holes.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
There we go. Always good to save you if you need to. Otherwise, you need to keep coming back and forth. And
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
we're going. Fortunately, George can't. George doesn't walk any faster. So yeah, it's we just wait for George to move his stupid ass. Nice and slow. You don't notice it running out, which is kind of weird. I hope I get this in time. There's nothing more annoying than needing to keep going back and forth. If I use the towel on the plaster of Paris, it should squeeze out some water. Hell yeah.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Should be able to pick it up and put it in the holes? Yay.
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
You can tell I played this before.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Ooh. Yes. That's the hardest part. You can die in a second, by the way. We will see another death. Because it's funny. Again, this is something that we removed from the director's cut as well. Wonderful song.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running.
And you say 𝘨𝘨𝘮
That was me.
disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
𝘨𝘨𝘮's gem?
The Templars gem. Whoever 𝘱𝘏𝘃𝘮 is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
I've been reading about 𝘨𝘨𝘮 in this magazine.
The media got its claws on him.
Yeah, if I was his agent, I'd get him to lose the pipe.
That dig must have been pretty important to him. He resigned his chair at Durham University to go to Ireland. And now he's disappeared. See what you can find out about Professor Pegram.
I'll speak to the university. What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Okay, so I assumed that there was a trap in the room that we went to underneath in Ireland, but I must be thinking of another place. I know there's a place where a door falls on you and you have to move out of the way or you get squashed. In fact, that might be in Broken Sword too. No, I'm pretty sure it's in this one. Don't know. As I said, everything bloody
Do you wanna look
merges
after the
together.
No, Georges. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
I mean, you could break it up. If it's broken, then no one can use it, can they?
What do you know about Professor Pegram?
I've seen a television program, Pegram's Past. He's written a book, The Crusader Families of Ireland.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Okay then.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
The only thing I can think of is the tripod. We know where the
That's
tripod
the
is.
tripod in the Croon Museum.
Mm.
That's the gem that Pegram found in 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘮.
So if we look at...
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Okay, so there's nothing on there. I'm going back to the Croon Museum then. It's the only thing I can think to go to.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for 𝘨𝘨𝘪 at the Croon Museum. And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
It got such weird chemistry. Very weird. I guess we'll head back to the museum then. Or should we go to Rosso? Trying to think now. Our objective definitely is the museum.